Most people can relate to all the things that can go wrong when you're trying to pay for parking. You can have a hard time finding the machine, you can have to stand in line, and maybe you're out of coins. And all of this can lead to frustration, stress, and angry people. And you want that experience to be something positive, not filled with frustration. So this was around maybe 15 years back, and I managed to get 3 parking fines the same month. And I thought to myself, well, is there a better solution? I was gazing out of a window, I was looking at the parking lot, I was thinking, how can I solve this problem?
Bad parking systems is a problem you don't want to think about. And for me, it usually starts with that I'm leaving my house too late, the traffic is heavier than I thought, and I can't find the spot. And if the ticket machine doesn't work on top of that, then that's just the last straw.
And then I realized several of my friends had bought the first phones that were sort of just before the real smartphones. They had the good screen, they had an internet connection built in, and all of them had GPS. And so that was my sort of eureka moment. Hey, these are all the building blocks for solving this issue, and it's all coming together in the smartphone. So let's build an app for a smartphone.
We started the development around 10 years ago. We were a really small team. So yeah, in the beginning there was a lot of late nights and weekends trying to get everything to work. One of the most important features was the ability to easily and fast find the correct parking lot. I would say another feature that we think is really important is the ability to extend your parking after you have started it. So for instance, if you start your parking, then you go to a meeting, and the meeting, maybe it was planned for 1 hour, but then it drags along, you can just extend the parking where you are.
When Henrik contacted us, we saw the opportunity to offer more than just a parking space. We were the first clients, and we are cooperating with Parkster. So it was a really good match of parking facilities that we offer and a solution for payment and finding parking lots that Parkster offers. This parking lot is an extraordinary example of that, where we can produce our electricity and we can sell that electricity. So Parkster is one of the providers of the payment solution.
Parkster has made it very easy for me to plan ahead my driving, and I know where I can park when I arrive at the destination. And the app has shown me all of the parking lots already, so I don't have to drive around looking. And I also know how much it will cost. When I have my baby with me and I'm carrying him around, it's very easy for me to just pick up my phone, open the app, start my parking, and I don't have to be stressful to get back to the car. I can just expend the time in my phone whenever I need to and wherever I am.
Since that I use the app, I think it's just easier now. Normally when you are over time, you have to run to the machine, you have to throw in some extra money. Now you don't have to do that anymore. In the place where you are, you can just get the app, extend it, or the other way around. If you're a little bit earlier back, then you don't have to overpay. You can just cancel the parking and that's it. You pay for what you were staying at.
I use Parkster myself, and the simplicity of using Parkster is one of the things that we hear from our clients, and it's beneficial both for us, the client, and Parkster. That's a perfect match, I would say.
One way we can measure if we succeed is how many users we get in the cities we're present in. And in some cities we reach as high numbers as 80%, and that's something we're really proud of. And one of the times were this year when we put up signs on the hospital here in the city of Lund. Our client called us and he said, the people are applauding, they are cheering, they're so happy that we're finally here. So that was really good feedback to hear. Our new service, Parkster Plus, includes some features that is supposed to make your parking life even easier. It's the overpayment protection that warns you when you leave the parking zone and forgotten to end your ticket. It's a family account where you can collect the family members' parking fees on one bill. And it's climate compensation, and that means that we plant a tree for every 28 plus parking that our plus users do.
We won a lot of prizes. We've been one of the fastest growing companies now for several years in a row. And I think what really stands out is, of course, the Financial Times 1000 fastest growing companies in Europe, where we are placed 84 on the 2020 list. In Germany, we had 9 cities in 2018. In 2019, it was 49, and now already at this time, 2020, we have 174 cities up and running in our app. One of the biggest keys in this is, of course, that we don't charge anything extra for the users. In our approach, where we make sure that we are always cost neutral to the parking machine. And of course, the municipalities are also starting to think about how much does it actually cost to run the parking machines. What is our actual cost? Because it's not only buying the machine and then you have the income. The machines are costing, you have to empty the money, you have to bring them to the bank and so on. And all these things, suddenly with digital parking, you get like a receipt. Okay, there's an alternative solution and it's much cheaper and it's much better.
Before the end of 2025, 90% of all parking tickets sold will be digital. So we're really hitting mass adoption here in Sweden. I think that the same will happen in a lot of other countries as well. And our role will be leading the way, showing how you can go all the way to mass adoption.
You don't talk about digital parking or parking with yourself when you're talking about using Parkster. That's of course a really important sign that we're really transforming the market, and it's really we are establishing the standard for parking with your cell phone.
I've been here at Parkster since the beginning. I've seen the company growth, and it has been really amazing. The people working here really are committed to making Parkster the best it can be. I'm also proud to work on a service that simplifies everyday life for our users, so that they can spend time doing what matters to them, which, to be honest, probably isn't parking.